Greetings and welcome, everyone. It's All You Can Geek Moviecast, episode 596. I'm one of your hosts, Jim Gass, joined by Mike Sneedy,
What's up?
Corey Feinside,
Yo.
and Tony Korkanakis. Welcome, guys. Welcome, listeners and viewers on Twitch. If you're watching this live, we're on Twitch Tuesday nights starting at 8 o'clock. Please join us. Mike, love your background.
Thank you.
Have you had
That's
that up every week and I
nuts.
haven't noticed it?
I did it one other time
Yeah.
before, depending kind of like how the lighting is in the basement
Yeah.
right now.
For those
Okay.
For those only listening to audio, we have video on YouTube and we do a Twitch stream every night on Tuesday nights when we do this. And it's video streaming, and Mike's got himself a little Batman comic collection on the wall behind him. I like the setup. Very nice. So yeah. Guys, this is 596 of the Moviecast. We are going to start reminding you guys weekly at this point that our episode 600 is coming up and coming up very soon. We will be recording a episode of looking back on the 100 episodes, basically, of 500 to 600, and what that was. There's a lot to digest in that about 2 years of podcast, but a lot to talk about. We're also going to be doing a game stream that day. We do it. It's going to be on the 18th. Sounds like we're good. 18th is going to be. We don't have a time to be determined at this point, but we will announce the time starting next week. So look for that. Or maybe this week we'll announce it on Twitch or something. But we will be streaming that, so you can check some games out. We'll be doing it on Twitch. Please join us on that and laugh and see how bad we are at certain games. It's probably quite funny in my skills. But anyways, once again, guys, thank you for joining us for 596. What have we been watching? Because I have not had a watching week really too much. What I get, another episode of Yellow Jackets down, so that's one more left for me, and I'm done with the series. The season. I think that's pretty much it. This is the calm. I mean, I'm about to binge a part one series next week because Stranger Things is this week. So
Oh man.
Friday. So part one of Stranger Things is this week.
Longest episodes ever too.
Yeah, this year,
More than hour long.
more. I
Yeah,
have like 2.5, 3 hours.
yeah, a couple are like movie length themselves, which is
Yeah.
quite
I
a
heard there's
change of
episodes.
pace.
Yeah, episodes are 2.5 hours long. It's crazy. Yeah, I mean, they're not trying to cut any information. I mean, the episode amounts less, but you're getting a ton of hours, so it's like the same anyway.
Yeah, they were saying there's more Stranger Things even though there's less episodes.
Yeah.
Maybe it's because all these kids are 18 now and they don't have child labor problems anymore.
Yeah. Maybe.
Oh, maybe that is
There's a
actually.
spin-off coming too, apparently.
Is there? Is it the Barb? What happened to the Barb series?
Maybe finally can get redemption. I don't know, piece of shit character. So
It's good. Corey, what have you been watching? Anything?
a lot of anime still. So I did watch a couple new things. So I did start because Tony was mentioning the Spy Family. So I did start. I only watched the first episode of that, which it's cool. I like the concept. I think it's funny, and the characters are really good so far. So I'm looking forward to seeing how that progresses. The other one I was watching is Skeleton in Another World. Have you heard of that one, Tony? It's another one of those like guy gets woken up in a video game type of thing. Yeah, that's what I figured. Yep. So it's pretty funny though. Like the character is funny, and so what happens is this guy he basically wakes up and he's a skeleton, but he's got like this magical armor, and he's got all these magic powers, and he's in this fantasy world, and yeah he comes across like some like noble women getting attacked by bandits, so he saves them, and then he goes to town and like he realizes if he like takes his armor off, people get scared of him, so he has to leave his armor on all the time. And just like some hijinks like that, but it gets pretty gruesome at points because like he just like straight up murders people and like cuts them in half and just like tears them apart, and then yeah, and then it's just like his characters, like it's really about his character and just how he has to deal with being a skeleton and like how he like survives doing that. And yeah, it's pretty funny so far. I was gonna say there's like a lot of comparisons to a character in Undertale. I forget who they're saying now, but like yeah, That's it. They're saying like that they're like he's kind of based off of that character, it seems. So, anyways, it's fairly funny. But yeah, it's only at 7 episodes at the moment. So I'm gonna continue that, and it's more of the Shield Hero, just getting through that to check out more of the new stuff. So
Cool. Did you guys see Hunter Cross Hunter is coming back in the manga? Yeah,
yeah, they
four
started
four
right.
new four new chapters, right? 4 new chapters.
Yeah, start drawing it again.
Yeah,
Hmm.
that's what I read it earlier. I've never paid really much attention to that series, but it's really beloved, right? I mean, it's pretty popular.
I wish. Yeah, I was gonna say because I did not like the last arc, so I wish they could keep going. It could like end on
Yeah,
a high note. For me, I know like some people really like it, but I was not a big
it's
fan
like
of the last part.
yeah, yeah. Well, I mean,
Sure, sure.
that's what the okay. That's who that was.
George Martin. Yeah.
Doing everything but writing his book. Yeah, yeah,
You know.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Mhm.
Sure. All right. Yeah, Tony. Anything for you you've been watching? Or?
Yeah, he has to go to like a interview for the kid to get into the school, and have to have both parents there. Yeah. think there are 7, yeah, now. Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. All right. All right, Mike. Anything on your end? Not
Nope,
really.
nothing.
Yeah, I haven't really watched too much recently. I've been kind of well, I played a lot of Elden Ring and finished it, so that's why I'm getting into the game cast we'll talk about. But that's why it's like watching wise, I just haven't. It's also been busy at work because usually like on my downtime, I will watch a few episodes of something while I'm at work. I can pop it on the screen while I'm working, so I haven't had time. But right.
Oh, same.
Got it. That's the right. That's the way to do it. Oh yes, I did.
Yep.
Yeah, yeah. They, they're artists. Yeah, well,
Mhm.
the judges are the fellow artists, aren't they? Like they're actually cake
The
makers. That
judges are people, like, randomly pull in
No, I
from
think
okay,
they're like
okay.
all celebrities,
Ar
right?
No, they're
no,
not celebrities. No,
B
Arya.
celebrities.
But
Yeah. C, D celebrities. Yeah, I was like, I have no idea who these people are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
oh, yeah, Arya has watched that before in the mornings
Yeah.
before
It's
we go
on the
to
kids version of
yeah,
Netflix, which is funny.
yeah. No, she's
That's
watched the
where
first
we
episode.
saw it, yeah.
He had a katana. He was using on the opening. Yeah,
Yeah. Mikey Day.
Mhm.
Yep.
Yeah. But they I mean, they're very, very good at what they do there. Yep. Mhm. I do wanna mention, though, I did watch the remake of, Rescue Rangers, or
yeah. How
the
was it?
new
Oh
Rescue
my
Rangers
How was it?
movie.
God.
Yeah.
Why did they choose to make one of them like 3D
Well,
and the other
it's a
one?
story, it's just all part of the story. So
I
it's
know,
crazy
but
because this
it's weird.
movie, it reminded me so much of Who Framed Roger Rabbit, and that
Really?
you
Mhm.
have live action, you have animation, and it's amazing because like they take Chip and Dale and they just like, go all in on like Chip and Dale and how like it's like a back the story is like them, the story of Chip and Dale becoming friends in middle school, growing up, and then becoming famous on Chip and Dale's Rescue Rangers, and then Dale like wants to leave because he feels like Chip is like always getting more fame and he's more popular. He's always second fiddle, so he wants to go create his own show. And Chip kind of basically is like, "Oh, you're like leaving us for this," and then so Dale leaves to do a movie, and it bombs and never really, or it like another show, but which gets canceled before even like it gets out the door, and then Chip and Dale Rescue Rangers gets canceled, and so then it's Chip kind of like trying to like hang on to his, not Chip, Dale trying to hang on to his Chip and Dale Rescue Ranger fame, and he's going to all these conventions, and he gets a 3D upgrade to himself.
Makeover.
He
Makeover.
gets
Yeah.
yeah, he gets the work done. Like, he goes and gets his work done, and then
That's the
Chip
joke.
stays
Yeah.
in cartoon. Mhm.
Yeah.
And he
What
just becomes like a insurance salesman essentially. And so what happens is
Oh, I don't know what happened. I'm
there's
gonna
like a
watch this though.
gang. Well, no, this is just like, this like the premise of the show, the movie is like,
Okay.
like a gang. There's a gang that starts stealing like old cartoon people, and then they do it like um what do they call it? They're like they're bootlegging them. So like they're changing little
mm,
things of these people and then throwing them into these Chinese like fake movies where it's like the Little Mermaid, but it's small girl in the ocean or something like that. And so like they're taking like characters and then like erasing and like putting little things to change them. And so a character gets taken, and so so Chip and Dale have to kind of do it. But what is amazing is so many cameos, like ridiculous amount of cameos from every genre, like every like anything you can think of. There's Transformers stuff. There's Batman's in it. The funniest thing is it's a lot bigger role than I expected them to have, but Ugly Sonic is in it, and they make
yeah,
fun of
I
his
heard
teeth.
about that. Yeah.
So like I
I,
assumed like you had to have known, like
I've seen that
the
posted
teeth thing
everywhere.
is
Yeah. Yeah.
it
Well,
is great. That movie was hilarious. It was hilarious.
What
It was
throws me a little
awesome to
is,
see them.
am I misremembering this? But wasn't in the show? Didn't they have like like Alvin and the Chipmunks type voices, like high pitched voices like
Yeah,
that?
yeah.
They were a little more chipmunky, yeah. And it's funny because they make an appearance in
Because
this
they,
too. But like, oh, like
There's a lot of cameos.
I do not like Chip's voice because it's John Malone, whatever his name is, the guy who did the Spider
Mulaney,
Pig, Mulaney,
Oh,
yeah.
Mulaney, yep.
okay.
Hmm.
You see, that's the thing. Like, it threw me a little bit.
Yeah.
I'm expecting them to sound like chipmunks.
Dale, Andy Samberg was great as Dale. I thought that fit for the character and the voice and everything.
Is
But
that
Chip was
these
not good. I didn't like him.
celebrity
Maybe the voice
voice
acting.
casting kind of bugs me sometimes.
Mhm. Yep. So yeah, but that yeah, I meant to mention that, and yeah, glad remembered because it was very good. I recommend it because again, so many cameos. Yeah, it's why I just recommend to watch it to see like the things that they throw in, like the references and stuff like that. Because I was watching it with my boys, and they don't get all of them, but like seeing all these references from our like this was our time, like
Yeah,
that was like
yeah.
our heyday
I used to
cartoons.
like watch that show all the time. Like it was like
Yeah.
absolutely like yeah.
Yeah,
I
that's
grew
how
up
I
watching that show
learned.
like crazy.
That's how I learned that Monterey Jack was a cheese. Well, I didn't know
Hmm.
for a
Yes.
while. I thought it was just a fat mouse guy, but
No,
Yeah.
I mean
it
that
was a cheese.
they
Yeah.
they I grew up like I think I played Rescue Rangers. Like that's how much I loved it so much. Like with my brother and stuff, it would be Chip and Dale.
Mm, yeah.
So it was yeah, it was a great show. That's why I
They
want to
did a
watch
great
this.
job. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, it's cool. I'm looking forward to seeing that. So maybe I'll watch that tomorrow. It might be movie night tomorrow night, so I might watch that tomorrow. So all right, let's get into some news. Really much, not really much for the box office this week. Yeah, it's not really much, is there? It did worldwide. It did. What did it do last week? 32.3 million last week. So it was a 50% drop, so it's a better hold, but it almost expected. They were hoping if it dropped worse than that,
Mm,
that'd be really bad. Um, it looks like a billion's not going to happen with this. Um, yeah, 900 is
yeah.
going to happen. That'll happen. I
Hmm.
think so. Absolutely. With China, it would have been. There's 100 million. You got to figure. Um, So I think that hurt it. And the front load is so hard to estimate what a movie's going to do now because of this. We're going to get this a lot. I think. I really think front loading these kind of movies like Marvel events, like Thor. I think Thor is going to be front loaded as well. Um, I don't know if it'll have the same drop, but that's a tough drop to replicate. I mean, that is a big drop,
I don't.
but still front loaded. You know what I mean? Still going to be in the
Well,
65 area,
everything's front
62,
loaded,
65.
but I
Yeah.
don't think Thor
No, I mean
drops as
really front
much.
loaded. 62 to 65 is my prediction. Wasn't it 67 for
Yeah,
Doctor
I would.
Strange?
Yeah,
Mm.
I would say Thor opens less, but holds much better.
Yeah. I mean it's
Oh,
gonna be
yeah.
interesting.
I think I think yeah, I was gonna
No,
say I think Thor is
I
gonna
don't see
be
that opening higher.
200.
And
I think it beats Doctor Strange.
I, I think it's
No,
two
Yeah.
no, yeah,
I
no.
think it could do 215.
Ooh, yeah.
Opening week. No way that this does a Thor movie at this point do that.
Dude, this
I
Thor movie, you don't even know, man. The memes already.
Yeah, I think this is gonna do like 215.
I'm very high on this film. Like
Yeah.
the
Same here.
watchability, man. It's all about the watchability. This is gonna have a lot of watchability.
When do the tickets go on sale for this? We'll know pretty early how that kind of looks.
I'd
I
probably
think
say like the next couple weeks.
it might do better in the end, but I just don't see it opening as big. I think it'll hold much better though.
Wow. Is
Yeah,
this real?
I think it does better.
I mean, they're saying Top Gun 2 is gonna open at the 92 at least 92 million opening.
Hmm.
This is yeah,
For,
it
for a
is,
Top
and
Gun, it's funny.
this movie
No, I agree with
No,
that. Yeah. Mm.
no,
I've never watched it.
Come on, man. Beach volleyball scene?
this yeah, that's a weird thing to happen. This movie is at least 92 million. Many believe it will be well north of 100, while the bullish are at 125 plus. That's the range
Mm.
of this movie right now for
Yeah,
part
it's
one too.
doing I mean,
That would be a career
it's
best. That would be
amazing
a career best
how
opening for Tom Cruise.
Tom Cruise
Career
is,
best.
like, just continued to not, like he's just been great. Yeah. How crazy he is. Uh, yep. He's very good to the cast and crew from what I hear is amazing with to work with and, like, he'll fight for you if he believes in, what you're doing or whatever, and so yeah. Mhm. Yeah. Gonna do this, yeah. It's got a point. Yeah, so, like mhm. Yeah, 'cause that's the thing, is, like, he was yelling, like, "You're being selfish, like, this is more than just you, it's everybody's gonna be affected by this, not infected, but potentially infected, but but yeah, no, I have to say, like, very surprised because like, he gets a lot of publicity for his antics and for his, like, loony, Scientology stuff and all that, but,
Yeah.
when it comes to work and his work ethic and everything, it's pretty amazing.
No,
And
yeah,
the trailer
absolutely.
for Dead Reckoning came out, and that looks pretty good. The Mission Impossible movie, part 1, that
I do want to see that actually, Corey. Like, I'm actually interested in
it's
is
a
it
year more than a year away. It's
I know.
weird. It's like next year, July 2023. I'm like, "What is this is weird."
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know.
It's really good. Mission Impossible, like, it's
Back
just gotten better. I don't it's crazy.
I
It's
think
like
so
Fast and
too.
Furious, but
Uh, back to Thor. That movie will pass a billion. That's my prediction. And I do think, and I don't think any Thor has done that yet, right? Nothing's been close. So 7, 8. I don't know if anything's been close to. But this will do $1 billion. I will 100%. I'll bet on it. That's how confident I am. 100%. I'm not even no chance. If Doctor Strange is going to do around 900, this is going to crush that. Yeah. Okay. That's respect. I thought it was
yes.
in 7, so that's pretty good. But all right. What else we have here?
Well,
We
do you
did have,
wanna
like you
talk
said,
about the trailer?
that's what I'm
I
saying.
mean, the Thor
We
trailer.
did have the official trailer that
Oh.
came out for Thor. Um, finally, instead of the teaser. So the trailer
Mhm.
much less prominently featured the Guardians this time around, which is good
Yeah.
because that kind of shows that they're going to be not in the movie that much. From the
Mhm. I mean,
I,
sure, like, what's like, they could have 15 minutes of screen time, and that could be a quarter of, 15%, whatever. Who knows? I mean, it's all a matter of how they place it and stuff, how it's used, so we'll see. But as far as the trailer goes, I thought the trailer was really well done, and, Gore looks awesome. Like, they did a great job with Gore
I
and
am
Christian
so
Bale.
surprised.
Yeah.
Yeah, I I don't like Christian Bale because he's a method actor kind of thing. Um, but damn, he's good at it. And that and to say I don't like him is wrong because I do like him, but it's like I know that method acting is not very like it's a shitty thing to be on set with somebody like that. So it's like that's why I'm kind of like I'm always uh and he's had that beratement of like the staff, when he's like in character and stuff, he just yells at them all. We've had that audio clips of it all. So I have some
He
issues
wasn't
with
in
him, but
character. He was just pissed off.
no, he's just I know, and I'm not like I'm not even like against him. Like I like him as I thought he was fine as Batman. I liked him in what was it right before that? Pianist?
Pianist?
Yeah,
What?
pianist. I said
No, I'm
it.
just saying The Pianist. was Adrian Brody. What are you talking
I'm
about?
not pianist. What
Yeah.
was
The
what was he right before that?
Machinist?
The Machinist. Thank you.
There
Jesus
we go.
Christ!
I was
I
like
knew I was wrong. I knew I
what are
was
you? I was like,
wrong
what
when
are
I
you
said it.
Just
I'm
a
talking
like,
about?
completely
wrong.
unnecessary
The
penis tangent.
Machinist. The Machinist is what I was thinking right beforehand. That was
Mm.
good, and he's been in. I mean, obviously he's in a bad Terminator movie, but he's been good on his roles at least. So
American
I'm
That
looking
was
forward
Psycho,
to seeing
dude. Like
this.
one of his best
American
movies.
Psycho was excellent. Yeah, I
just
mean,
now. It's now a meme for
Fighter
some reason.
got an Oscar for The Fighter.
I think I've seen The Fighter. I don't think I've seen The Fighter, but
Wow.
um, yeah, yeah. Sorry, we're drooling over him.
I mean, the character is fascinating too. I think the character is very cool, and
I
it makes
know.
for an awesome villain. I
I know
think.
nothing about the character. I just saw him like, oh, it's a bad guy.
Oh, kills gods.
I think the thing with like villains is you need to have like yeah I don't yep you're gone yeah no why the thing is I so his whole thing is he's Gore the God Butcher because he's going around killing gods, and the reason is because he grew up essentially like praying and believing gods were real, and always taught to like pray to the gods will come to your aid. And what happens? He prays the gods, and his whole family dies, and he's like, but he's praying to the gods to save them, and they don't come and help him. So then he basically goes on a god killing rampage essentially for vengeance. And so when you have a story that can back up like have motivation that makes sense or you could kind of relate to, it makes the villain more interesting and more like easier to get behind or get a go against or whatever it may be, and just makes it a more interesting story because now there's a little conflict. It's like, well, I can understand a little bit what he's doing here. And so it just yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
exactly. It's like I know what you're going through, and I feel your pain, but like it could do us a little bit better. But yeah, and so love that. Natalie Portman coming back is awesome.
I think
The
Natalie Portman
character,
looks great as Jane Foster in this. Like, and I love the dynamic it looks like they have in the trailer. That looks like it's going to be a lot of fun.
it's funny how he's still like hung up.
6 years, 5 months.
You know, I mean, it just like carries over from Avengers: Infinity War, where he's like talking about and like he's getting all fat and then like basically,
Yeah, I mean, they built this up quite nicely for him to have. So it's going to be
So yeah,
interesting.
it'd be interesting to see. My worry, actually, he's speaking of like getting rid of Christian Bale's Gore. I think this is one and done for Natalie here. Yeah, I just like I hope though Gore gets to take somebody out, like because if he doesn't take out anybody, as far as like the good guys, you know, yeah, like Russell Crowe. Hmm. Well, he's got yeah. Well, yeah, but you don't care about him. Nobody cares. Hmm. Well, I mean, they showed him kill the big beast that they're in the straight from the panel. Yeah, we see that. Hmm.
Yeah, absolutely.
Hmm. Hmm.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Hmm.
Well, I mean, it's a big role for her to get even for one movie, but I think it's awesome that she came back for it. She's
We'll see how closely it sticks to the
yeah,
comic book storyline too with that. So, mhm. Well, I think she did like a line or something. I thought she did do something for that.
yeah.
Yep, very exciting. It's
Yeah, it
amazing. I
does.
was like
It
said
looks
in the
great.
Discord, like the arc this character's gone through, and like where he started. It's like this, like, oh, it's Thor, kind of a joke character, like from like he was made fun of in like the Babysitters Club movie. Like he was like this jokey, stupid character, really that nobody cared about. Now, Chris Hemsworth really. Like you think of Thor, you think of him and what he's done, and like they really let, like you said, Tony, like they let him loose on this character essentially because he was kind of like, oh, just be the pretty boy buff guy, and now he's kind of gets to flex a little bit in not just his muscles, but with his comedic acting and his just like also his tragic side too, and show his more open, like, emotional side, I guess you could say, because yeah, he's got shit on a lot. Like his everybody around him is just
Yeah.
dying.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. All right. Some good news on the Disney Plus side. First of all, we got the trailer now for Ms. Marvel coming June 8th. We get to see some of her powers shown where the fanboys are crying, but I don't know much about the character and I think it looks interesting. So I want to see what this character can do. That's for me, that's what I liked about this trailer.
Mhm.
Um,
Yeah, we got to see a lot more of Kamala Khan's powers and how
yeah,
they're going to be used here.
So it is a totally different thing, though.
I'm okay with it being different. I mean, this is their own universe. They've established that they're not going comic book accurate with a lot of things.
I think there are times when you need to be comic book accurate, and there are times when you can take a little bit more creative license. In this case, I feel it's okay to be a little bit more creative and make it fit what they want to do, because they don't want to have this be like a Kree and human things.
Yeah.
Well,
Mm.
his core powers were the same.
No, I get you there. I get your
Yeah, the costumes are different for everyone all the time. That's
Like I said, it's like I think it depends on the characters. You can't change Spider-Man too much. Like if you do change him too much, like everybody kind of like harkened like oh the organic web shooters, like, but then eventually get over it and it's like, all right, it's fine. But
like
like it
the
makes
actress. The actress herself said it best. Like I don't care about the powers the character has. It's about the journey the character has more than anything, and that's really what.
yeah, no though. I mean, the thing is, like you can't
what a
say
nice
that about
tagline.
like, oh, let's give Batman a gun and have him start shooting people. Like you guys are all upset about that. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You guys are super upset. So it's like if you do there are things, there are characters there. uh, Yes, and that's
Well,
because of the time period that they were in, like, and they had to change the way it was. But basically, the beginning of Batman, he was shooting people, and he always kills people in his movies. He always does it. But I mean, just saying,
from
like, you change characters
Collateral damage for it.
fundamentals. You can't do it. Like, you can't
well,
do some characters fundamental stuff because they're just too well
Yeah.
known and too popular. With Kamala Khan and her Miss Marvel stuff, I think it's okay because you're gonna upset a lot of like hardcore fans potentially, but the majority of like how this character fits into the story and how they want to incorporate her into the overall Marvel Cinematic Universe is fine because this is a different unit. This is not the comics. This is its own thing. So I think it's okay like this. But I would not have wanted to like change other characters,
I mean, I guess going from Mike, what you're saying, I can see the if you're like really a big fan of this character, like you
well,
like have all the
all I
comics, you like
know,
love this character.
all I know about the character is mostly from the game, the Avengers game. But part, it seems to me that part of her powers being sort of goofy and unassuming at first glance kind of fits with her character. When she's just basically like Mr. Fantastic, and she does like her embiggen thing, like and stuff like that. Like that's, it seems like, oh, this won't be like very good power, but eventually it's like, oh wait, she's really powerful using this somewhat goofy power. And this, it seems like she's a Green Lantern, and that's just, it's just a totally different thing. I don't know if that's, maybe it'll tap into that aspect of the character the same way, but I don't know. It's definitely a notable difference. I don't think it's something that you should just be able to dismiss and be like, oh, okay, because it's not like this is an old, outdated power set from a character too. This is a relatively new character in the comics. It's not like so
No, I get
I
that.
understand it. She doesn't need to be an inhuman. Like that's fine. Like that makes sense. But they just change like exactly like the nature of what she does completely is a little strange to me.
I think it's
Yeah,
more
we'll
of the
see how it
look. We'll see, but like
yeah,
it's
we'll see how
definitely
it
the
comes
look
out.
is different for sure.
Mhm. So we'll see how it turns out. Daredevil has been now, thanks to Variety posting, they have confirmed. Well, not they haven't confirmed it, but all but confirmed with who is it? The writers Matt Corman and Chris Ord from the sources are attached to write and executive produce. Daredevil, with its original cast, is coming back, but to Disney Plus. All new stories, from what I've read. This will not be a sequel to the Netflix series. This will be its own thing, but with those actors back.
Hmm. Not a
So Netflix
sequel.
universe, well, it helps the Netflix universe be its own thing, and this
Or
is with those characters, but with its own thing.
will it be sort of like unofficial, like open ended? This could follow that, but doesn't need to. Maybe, which
Maybe it
is
might
sort
do
of
that.
it's sort of the feeling we got from what we got from Hawkeye with in that doesn't need to be the same character, but it could be.
I mean, it doesn't. Like I said, it doesn't have to be. I think that them doing this it helps them create their own stories. I mean, why tie yourself to what was done there? If you have these characters back, you want to do your own world.
Why tie yourself?
Well, yeah, it's the actors. That's sort of the
Just so well
you
known,
know
and we've already established multiverses where actors play themselves in other universes, obviously.
Sure.
So
And that's
that's
how
it.
they can work it. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, this is it. So they're similar, like things happen similarly, but it's not the exact same as we've learned from Doctor Strange. So
and
that's what
that
we're
would
gonna get to.
be less interesting to me if they go that route.
They're gonna go that route. So there's just no
We'll
way they're
We'll
see.
gonna
see if
sequel.
lighten it up a little bit if the tone is a little lighter.
They will. I mean, there's no way they go as dark as Netflix did with that. There's no way.
What, there's no way? You think there's no way?
I don't think there's any way they go that dark.
You just need to adjust things.
I don't think so. I don't
You
think
just need
so.
to adjust things very slightly, honestly. It's not that big of a deal. It's not like there was like full frontal nudity in the Netflix show where like
No, I
people's
know. I know.
like getting brained consistently. Like it's not happening in that show. I
And it's
mean,
not like they and I was gonna say, it's not like they brought those shows over and then censored them. The shows are exactly the same as they were on Netflix as they are now on Disney Plus.
It's true. It's true. So I just don't see them filming something that's that R-rated. I see more of a PG-13 style. But it was pretty bloody. It was TVMA. It was rated MA for blood
no,
and
I mean
violence.
that there yes, there was some things like the
TVMA is not R.
kingpin
It's not
squishing.
PG-13.
It's the equivalent of R, pretty
I
much.
mean, it could be PG-13 with what we just saw.
That's true. That is true.
There were a
So
few things, but not too many. You could definitely just
Disney
sort of smooth
Disney
it a
does
little
work their
bit.
magic with ratings, so you're right. But all right, and that's pretty much it for news. So that's going to wrap up the movie cast. Thank you for tuning in. You can write us allyoucangeek at gmail.com. We're on Twitter, on Twitch. Like I said, Tuesday nights, 8 o'clock for the movie cast and game cast. So tune into those. Like I said, episode 600 coming up soon. Stay tuned for more details on that. We'll see you guys soon. Cool. All right.